Hey YouTube, J6 Honeybees here. It's 2022 and it's 30 degrees out today. Snow's melting. It's getting to be that time of year that we start getting everything ready for a new year of beekeeping. I wanted to get down my honey extractor, my extractor that I bought 3 years ago. It's been 3 years now that I bought that and made the video. I wanted to get it down and show you all how it's doing now, what it's like after 3 years of use, and probably, I don't know, 40 gallons of honey. So we'll get it down. I'll show you where I store it, how I store it. You can see that it's just up there in the loft there of my shop. I don't do anything special to it. I don't wrap it up. You can see there the box on top of it. That's actually my frames and what have you. There's a box full of frames there. I've just got it wrapped up with pallet wrap. And then my swarm traps there next to it. The ones that have the tape on them, the metal tape, that actually is just to keep wasp out, because there is frames in there, but the wax moths are going to eat that. They're not going to, they're going to get in there to those frames. Those bees don't care if, or I'm sorry, those wax moths don't care if you put that tape on there. That's a good example of how not to store your frames. This is just a box that I took down before the snow here, and you can see there's frames in it, but the frames are going to be all covered up with wax moths already. So you can see the wax moth damage. So you do that. I mean, there's a wax moth larva. Well, if you can see it, I don't know if you can see it. The lighting's bad, but there's one right there. If you can see there. This is how you don't store your frames. If you do it that way, then wax moths are going to eat the wax out of it, and you're going to have to redo your frames. A lot of people will use, you can see here in the freezer, I've got some frames along with our meat and everything else. I'm sure my wife loves that. But a lot of people will store their frames in a big freezer. You don't even actually have to turn it on. You just have to be able to keep the wax moths out of it. And you can see that box that I had that had the pallet wrap on it, saran wrap, it's not even going to necessarily keep the wax moths out when they get busy. I learned quick that a little bitty hole in that, and you've got a mess. So anyways, come along. I'm going to take this honey extractor down, and we'll see how it's looking after 3 years of service. So here we are up in the loft, and I'm just going to give you a candid look. All I did was pull it out from in the back there, or I guess it'd be the front. This is just a candid look to it. If I open this up and it's rusted shut and it doesn't work, then that's what it is. Everything still looks pretty good. I mean, it's dirty from sitting and being stored. But this honey extractor was less than $100 3 years ago on Amazon. And I just looked, and there is still this exact same extractor. You can still get it on Amazon for $99 right now. So as of today, you know, you can get this extractor in 2022. So it's March, probably, I don't know, maybe it's I don't know if it's 11th or the 12th, but you can still get this extractor. So let's open this up and see how it's looking. And like I said, I like to be real with you guys. If I open it up and it's not working, then that's what it gets. It just has this little latch, little padlock latch there, and then this side here, this honey extractor just clips into that on that side. The lid does, and then it closes up and the latch. So let's give it a spin. You can see down in there, it's not perfectly clean. There's some wax particles and what's left of where it was. There's a little bit of rust starting. You can see got some rust on there. Needs a little bit of grease on it, some food safe grease before we go the next year. So let's turn this around and let's see what it does. It spins easy. Can't complain about that. So 3 years later, it's still spinning, not got any problems. This has simply just been washed out with a water hose at the end of the year. I don't do anything special to it. I wash it out with a water hose, and well, first of all, I set it out and let the bees clean it up. Then I wash it out with a water hose real quick and set it on its top, let it dry, and I put a lid on it, and I don't do anything else. So I don't wrap it up, I don't tie it up. Sorry about that. I don't do anything special to it. I just put the lid on, and that's the way it sits all year long. I just leave it up here in the loft. So that's the video for you guys. That's the pallet wrap that I use to wrap up. It's nothing more than saran wrap, but you can buy it in big rolls and get a lot more use out of it. So yeah, guys, it's time for 2022 to start. Beekeeping season's going to start in no time. I'll start putting out some feeders here in the next couple months. I say a couple months, next couple weeks, I'll start putting some feeders out, and I'll take these swarm traps and put them out. I don't know that I'll trap a lot this year. I've got a lot of bees still yet. We'll take a trip out to the bee yard here in just a minute, and we'll see how they're doing. It's a warmer day today, but the snow is melting, and it's still 32 degrees, but it's warm enough that the sun's melting the snow. So in no time, we'll be in our hives. All you beekeepers out there, I hope your year is prosperous, as well as I hope mine is. Thanks for watching. J6 Honeybees. We'll see you next time.
The home point has been updated. Please check it on the map.